Good morning, class 9th. Today I am going to explain the remaining topics of chapter 3, that is atoms and molecules. The topic that is going to be discussed today will be the formula unit mass. What does this formula unit mass means? For example, first of all we consider some ionic compounds. As of all of us are very familiar with ionic compounds. What are ionic compounds? The compounds in which the particles are present in the form of ions. Clear? Or which is formed by transfer of electron resulting in formation of ions, charged particles. The atom which loses electron will behave like positive ion, and the atom which gain electron will behave as negative ion, that is named as anion. So the compound formed by combination of these ions, positive and negative, that is cations and anions, are termed as ionic compound. For example, we have taken example of NaCl. This NaCl is ionic compound because it is formed by loss of electron from the sodium atom and gain of electron by this Cl atom. As a result, in this case, the species will behave or will carry Na positive and Cl negative ions. But this ionic compound that is like NaCl consists of very large but equal number of sodium and chloride ions. The number of these sodium and chloride ions is not only one, but in the given one formula of the ionic compound, there are large number of sodium ion and chloride ions. And one thing is that the number of these two ions is equal. Suppose we have n number of sodium ions, in the same case we have n number of chloride ions. So the actual formula of sodium chloride can be written as Na positive n number of sodium atoms or sodium ions and Cl negative n number of chloride ions, or we can simply write it as Na positive Cl negative into n, means n number of ions are present here. Or simply we can write the simplest formula of this species as NaCl. This is the simplest formula of NaCl, and this NaCl is not the actual formula. Clear? What does I mean? This is not the actual formula, but it is the simplest formula of sodium chloride, because the sodium chloride consists of large number of the sodium and chloride ions in the crystal lattice, in which these species or these ions are present in a definite order. Clear? So the actual formula of sodium chloride can be written as Na positive n times Cl negative n times, or we can write it as Na positive Cl negative into n number of these atoms. More simply, we can write this formula of sodium chloride as NaCl. This NaCl represents the simplest formula, but this is not the actual formula, because in actual practice this NaCl consists of large number of sodium and chloride ions. Clear? Therefore this NaCl, it is named as one formula unit. Clear? It is named as one formula unit of sodium chloride. Similarly, suppose we have another ionic compound such as magnesium chloride, in which the formula of compound is MgCl2. Clear? This represents one formula unit of, it again represents the one formula unit of magnesium chloride, which is made up of combination of this magnesium ion, that is Mg2 positive, and this Cl negative ions in the ratio 1:2, because in this formula there is one magnesium ion here and there are two Cl negative ions. Therefore the ratio of these ions is 1:2. In the crystal lattice, again the number of these ions must be equal. If it carry two positive charge, it means it also carry टू नेगेटिव चार्ज। तो जो हमारे पास आयंस का जो नंबर आएगा, इक्वल नंबर ऑफ चार्जेस विल बी प्रेजेंट हेयर। सो द आयोनिक कंपाउंड डू नॉट एग्जिस्ट इन मोलिकुलर फॉर्म। क्लियर? आयोनिक कंपाउंड डू नॉट एग्जिस्ट इन मोलिकुलर फॉर्म, therefore instead of using the molecular mass term, we use the term formula unit mass. Clear? Suppose we have to calculate the complete mass of this NaCl species, and we have already explained earlier how to calculate the molar mass, but in case of ionic compound we should not use the term molecular mass. Instead here we use formula यूनिट मास। क्लियर? अगर हमारे पास कंपाउंड आयोनिक है तो उस केस में हम उसके मॉलिक्यूलर मास को जो फाइंड आउट करते हैं तो वहाँ पर जो टर्म हम यूज़ करेंगे दैट विल बी फॉर्मूला यूनिट मास इंस्टेड ऑफ मॉलिक्यूलर मास। द मेथड रिमेन्स सेम बट ओनली द वर्ड इज़ डिफरेंट. In other compounds or in other molecules, we just use molecular mass or molar mass, but in this case we use formula unit mass. Clear? Therefore, the formula unit mass is defined as the sum of atomic masses. It is defined as sum of atomic masses of all the atoms present in the one formula unit of given ionic compound. Sum of atomic masses, AM stands for atomic masses of all the atoms totally present in the one formula unit of compound. Suppose we are considering here NaCl. Clear? Then how can we calculate the formula unit mass of NaCl? Number of atoms of NaCl in the simplest formula is 1 and number of Cl atom is also 1. Therefore, 1 multiply atomic mass of sodium plus 1 multiply atomic mass of chlorine. By doing their sum, we can calculate the formula unit mass. And we know that atomic mass of sodium is 23 and chlorine is 35.5. So it becomes equal to 58.5. It becomes equal to 58.5 U. This U stands for unified mass. If we have to express this formula unit mass in gram, then it is represented as 58.5 gram. This is called as gram formula unit mass. Clear? In this way we can calculate the formula unit masses of ionic compound. Now your homework is do the problem for practice for calculation of formula unit mass given in your box.